Hello there, Scorpio. This is Erica from the Lotus Connection, and welcome to your December reading for reconciliation between you and your ex or an individual from your past that you're looking to move towards and reconcile with. All right, and this is for the beginning portion, so for December 1st through the 15th. And this is a generalized reading, so it may or may not resonate with you. Take what does, leave what doesn't. If nothing resonates, the messages were not for you. Check your other signs, so your moon, your rising, and your Venus. If those messages don't resonate, you can always book a personalized reading. My information will be in the details down below. Please note that when you do book an appointment with me, the appointment actually doesn't start until I receive payment. And depending if you selected a general reading, typically it will take me 1 to 2 business days. I may change that depending on how busy I get, because I have been sort of swamped lately with readings. So it may extend over to 2 to 3 business days, but I'll let you know. I do offer emergency readings, and it would depend on when it is that you book. But if you book in the early part of the day, then I'll do the reading the same day. If it's later in the night, then it would be the following business day, but you do have an option for emergency readings. All right, so enough about that. I do tend to swear, so if that's something that offends you, I'm not going to change the way that I am, and I'm not going to change my reading style. So if swearing bothers you, please stop the video now, giving you fair warning. I do not want to hear it in the comments. Perfect. So let's go ahead and move forward into this reading. There's a lot going on here, especially on your ex's side, but also please keep note that energies can be vice versa, okay? There's a lot of heavy fire in your chart. In the reading rather. So you could be dealing definitely with Sagittarius energy with this Temperance card, but you could be dealing with really any fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sag. You could also be dealing with a Gemini, Aquarius, or a Libra. All right, those are the signs that I'm really seeing heavily here, and the only signs that are really being shown here. All right, so how you're feeling towards reconciling with your ex. We have the 9 of Swords reversed, along with the Ace of Wands. So definitely a new beginning, a passionate new beginning is what you do want. It's something that I feel like you have been agonizing over for a really long time, really been in your head about. Could have been some sort of regret on your end. Or you could have, maybe you may have had a fight with this individual and you're realizing whatever it is that you guys fought about, possibly that you blew it out of proportion, but essentially everything that's been happening, you've been sad, you've been really down and out about the relationship. It's may have affected your general well-being. You could be extremely depressed, having some anxiety. For some of you guys, you may have felt like your whole world has closed up on you, and you're just not wanting to leave your house, not really wanting to face the public, really just going through a difficult time. But I do feel that, this is sort of behind you now, or is going to be behind you, and you're ready to make some positive changes. And this positive change is, this Ace of Wands. You're really wanting a passionate new beginning with somebody. You're wanting to extend an olive branch to this individual, or you're wanting your ex to extend an olive branch to you. Maybe you guys are not communicating based on what was said, things like that, or how situations were maybe taken in contacts. Maybe you're realizing that you did blow things out of proportion, but either way, something still stings. It's still lingering, but you do want some sort of reconciliation here. And obviously, you're watching the video. How they're feeling, they got a lot going on, all right? We have the King of Wands here. So they may feel that you are a very passionate individual, very charismatic, or they can be that way, but this is in regards to how they feel. So I do feel that they feel that you are a very charismatic person. You're very attractive. You know what you want. They may feel that you can be a little bit manipulative, but overall, they do find you very attractive, passionate, very sensual, and it's leaving them feeling a bit confused or kind of stuck in a rut, not really knowing where to go or how to go about doing things. With the world reversed, they're not wanting to repeat past mistakes. They're not wanting, I feel like a part of them doesn't want to repeat the relationship again. So they really want something completely new, something they've not experienced before. They may feel that you haven't learned your lessons, or taken the necessary steps. They could feel like you're the one procrastinating, or they just have mixed feelings about who you are and if they really want to move towards you. Some of them want to move away from you and just take a leap of faith elsewhere. All right, and wanting new beginnings elsewhere. Some of them may want to travel and not stay where you are. And then others may want to take a leap of faith with you. We will have to clarify to see what's going on with that. The potential for reconciliation is we have Temperance. So this is about balancing. This is about finding harmony. This can talk about renewal. So there is a possibility that you guys could come on some type of terms. But it's going to require a lot of patience and a lot of love and care in order to really manifest this reconciliation process. Definitely I feel like harmony and peace is going to become of this at this point in time. Whether it's a full reconciliation, I don't know. It could be just finding some peace of mind here, finding the balance. But we can clarify this. The reason why I say I'm not sure about this potential for reconciliation, because the outcome here is the Three of Swords. Just letting me know a lot of heartache, a lot of pain. Third party could have been involved, but it's just a lot of pain. Okay, a lot of pain that you brought forth in the relationship. A lot of pain that they brought forth, which created a really painful experience in the relationship, is how I take that card. I don't necessarily read it as a third party situation, but for many of you that very well could resonate. But that's kind of why I'm not seeing that. We have the King of Swords energy here in the reverse position for your advice at this point in time. I think here it's really saying for you to stop, to be cautious about you becoming really erratic or overly emotional, and for you to, because sometimes when you become overly emotional, because especially if you've been hurt, you can become very egotistical, very cruel and selfish. And this is what this card really indicates. And also it's like bringing out the worst in you. And it's also you having a negative view on the world as well. And really feeling like others are out to get you, or that people are just really horrible beings. And some of them are, right? There's a need for you to be less emotional and come from a place of practicality, a logical standpoint, really being decisive in regards to what it is that you want in order for you to move forward. There's a need for you to organize, a need for you to gain clarity in order to get this direction, okay? So really we need to look at how our actions, our thoughts, our words are affecting people around us, and what approach do I need to take in order to get some clarity, right? And this is kind of what this card, it's about analysis, right? And gaining confidence and finding reason. And so this is really being asked of you in this advice position from Spirit, okay? And then the possible outcome, we have the Three of Swords. This could be the realization that you both just brought in too much baggage, or you guys really couldn't come to terms with things, and therefore it just created because one sword could be you, another sword could be you know, your ex, and then the sword straight in the middle of the heart is the relationship. And it was like two individuals. You guys could have been extremely different from one another, trying to make a relationship work, and it just wasn't. It was toxic. And I feel like it will just continue to keep being toxic. And this is also indicative here in the world reverse, you know, life lessons not being learned, patterns not being learned, feeling like the same mistakes are going to happen over and over again. I feel like the relationship in the past was sort of turbulent. There was a lot of love, a lot of passion, but I almost feel like it was like a lot of hate and love aspects of it, where you would break up and get back together and break up and get back together. And it was very passionate, but also very dramatic as well. And I feel like it was very painful. And if you guys were to attempt to reconcile, it'll just continue to keep getting painful, because I don't feel like you guys have both healed yet. With this Temperance card, it is about healing too. It's about needing to heal separately and also healing the relationship together, calling upon your spiritual team. So, you know, it's possible that if we ignore this and we just try to rush into a relationship, you know, it'll end in heartache. For some of you, you'll find that your ex, you know, you may be getting messages that your ex either knows you're in a third-party situation, or that they are in a third-party situation and they're not interested in moving towards you because they've taken a leap of faith elsewhere, all right? So we're going to go ahead and clarify this energy, see if the situation changes or if I can get more clarity on what's going on. So why is the Nine of Swords reversed and the Ace of Wands here for how Scorpio feels about their ex? Hold on, I just want to make sure because a few cards dropped. All right, so only two cards. So we have the Tower in the reverse position. So I feel like a lot of you guys were resistant to this change of the relationship. I feel like a lot of you guys with this Six of Wands energy felt very confident in yourself in the relationship, feeling like you guys had it all. That, you know, that your ex was never going to leave you regardless. I just feel like you guys were really cocky in the situation for some of you, or maybe you felt your ex was really cocky in the relationship. Maybe you were the one wanting to move away. But there was some sort of comfortability and feeling overly confident about the situation, but being resistant to the change that was happening. And, you know, like I said, it's definitely with this Nine of Swords energy in the reverse position, it's definitely created a lot of havoc in your life because you've been so resistant to it. You were not wanting to let this relationship go. You wanted the relationship. You wanted to continue to keep moving forward. And you were resisting this, and it caused a lot of havoc, a lot of heartache, a lot of hurt, a lot of pain on your end, because you really want the relationship with this Ace of Wands, and the Six of Wands is letting me know, like, you thought that this relationship would continue to keep being successful and victorious, or that it could be at that point, and you guys were just very sure of yourselves that it would be. And again, this energy could be them. You know, this could be you and this could be them, or, you know, so take it again how it resonates. No nasty comments. I hate that. All right, so why is the King of Wands, the Hanged Man, the World reversed, and the Fool here? Again, a lot of major arcana is there, so there's a lot of external influences. So for some of you, like I said, third party may be involved. Things that you cannot control. We have the Five of Cups reversed. You know, I do feel like they do feel regretful for things that have happened in the relationship, things that they have said or have done. And they're interested in moving on, but it is unclear as to who they want to move on, you know, either move in conjunction with you into reconciliation or move on from the situation completely. Why is the Five of Cups reversed here, clarifying the King of Wands, the Hangman, the World reversed, and the Fool in regards to how Scorpio's ex feels about them and reconciling? Why is the Five of Cups here in reverse? Why is the Five of Cups here in reverse? Thank you. All right, so there is a lot here. So we have the Knight of Cups. So they're wanting to move on from the situation. They do feel remorseful, regretful, but they see there's hope, that nothing, that it's not all is lost type of thing. They're wanting to offer their love. They're wanting to be romantic. Again, it doesn't really specify too much who this is or about. They could have felt like in the past they were left out in the cold by you, or they left you out in the cold. So again, take it how it resonates, but they don't want to be in this energy anymore. They really want to have change with this magician. They're really wanting to manifest change. They're wanting to have a happy, healthy, successful relationship. That's what they're looking for. That's what they want to put their Knight of Cups, that's what this Knight of Cups is moving towards. They want a happy, healthy, stable relationship. They don't want to feel left out in the dark. All right. I feel like for many of them, they're going to be offering themselves a new beginning with somebody else. They're moving on from you. For others, they could come back and express that they feel regretful about the situation, offering themselves up to you, but feeling very much like, they could be left out in the cold, or you could be leaving them out of the cold. There could be some lack of abundance financially, stability, or even commitment wise. So it's still not boding 100%, especially with this Three of Pentacles being in the reverse position. So for me, it's like you guys don't really even work well as a team. It's almost like you guys are really opposite of one another, trying to make the puzzle pieces fit, and it's just not fitting. And so I hate to say this, but I feel like for many of them, Scorpio, they're not wanting to move towards you. Or you're not really wanting to move towards them, okay? So let's continue on, though, and see. And we're reading the energies as it is today. So, things shift. People have free will, and keep that in mind always when doing a reading, Why is the King of Swords here for the energy? Why is the King of Swords... why is the King of Swords in the reverse position for the advice? This Mercury retrograde, man. We have the Knight of Coins, or Knight of Pentacles in the reverse position. So for me, literally it's saying, like, don't go towards this person offering anything at this point in time. I feel like it's kind of like hold your horses, like, let's not put the cart before the horse type of scenario. It's saying that this energy is really stagnant between you and the other individual. And, in order for new opportunities to even be brought to you, there needs to be a new directional shift, okay? New different mindset or perspective either on the situation. Because there is a lot of resistance to change at this time frame. And, you're very set in your ways, or this individual could be very set in their ways, and there really needs to be a change of a particular mindset. And this is the advice to you. So if you feel like you don't need a change of mindset, it really would be your ex, and that's where free will comes involved. Because if they're not willing to move towards you, we can't force people to love us. We can't force people to want to be with us. We can't force people to come back. So we have to be open-minded in this situation and send unconditional love. And if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, right? And it will be. And knowing that there are always going to be other opportunities. And so for this Knight of Pentacles energy being in the reverse, I'm getting, don't force things to happen. Don't force yourself upon others. Kind of just let things go, surrender, let it be, let it flow type of thing. And, you know, again, if it was meant to be, it will be, right? But there's a lot of needing clarity and direction, and really, what is it that Scorpio wants? You may be hanging on to it because you're so resistant to change. You're so afraid of change. Why is the Temperance card here for possible reconciliation with the Scorpio's ex? We have the Hanged Man. Again, a lot of external to you. A lot of major arcanas here. So the Hanged Man talks about being in limbo, staying stagnant in a situation, not knowing where to move, not able to gain perspective here. And so it's like we need to heal in order to gain perspective. Maybe once you've been able to heal the wounds that you've been neglecting at this time frame or have been too afraid to face, could open up your eyes to the type of relationship that this was, and that you don't want to go back to it either. Because I don't feel like one person was better than the other. I feel like you both equally created some heartache in the relationship. Either things that were said, things that were done, stagnancy, you know. I just feel like you guys aren't really like 100% compatible, but you're afraid of letting this person go because you're afraid. Some of you are afraid of being alone. Some of you are afraid, you know, that you're not going to meet somebody better than this. But there's like millions and millions, if not billions, of people in this world that, you know, you could have a relationship with. The one person isn't the end all be all type thing. Why is the Three of Swords here for for the potential outcome for December 1st through the 15th? And I do these monthly, or I try to. I don't know if I did it in the month of November. It's been really hectic. But I do this every month, and I think these I'm doing twice a month in the beginning and also the end. So situations can change. Maybe it resonates for you now, and then, you know, next reading, your situation changes and it resonates then. I mean, it will really all vary, but you can always check, you know, the messages again. So we have the Three of Swords in the reverse for the potential for reconciliation. We have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position as well. So this is talking about not moving forward, having delays or being delayed, the universe sort of not fulfilling wishes, kind of being, you may feel that the universe is against you. They really are, in this sense. They are really pointing out to you that this relationship is only going to lead to further heartache. It's best to leave it where it is at this point in time for you to heal, for you to be the best version of yourself and move forward. Because better things are waiting for you. I feel like if you continue to try to make this work, or try to reconcile with your ex, it's just going to just further continuing to spiral out of control in a negative way. And you're always going to feel like the universe is conspiring against you, or you're going to feel like, you know, you're just going to feel negatively about the situation. I just think that there's a lot of ultimate healing that needs to be done on your end or your ex's end. Because again, the energies could be reversed. They could be wanting to come towards you and you're just not wanting the reconciliation. Whatever it is, you know, the call here is for ultimate healing, and really getting away from this energy. It's sort of toxic. And, you know, there's this sense of fear of change and fear of moving on. So I'm going to leave that reading as it is now, and I'm going to pull from the psychic, the Psychic Tarot of the Heart. And we're going to pull some messages. And I already got a message here. So we have release. Now's the time to shed your old skin. Now's the time to shed the baggage. Now's the time to shed all the negative feelings, all the hurt, the pain, the trauma. Now's the time to just release it all, right? Release it all. It's no longer your burden to hold anymore. And you're going to feel so much better once you release this negative energy. And I'm not talking about it as like this is an evil entity or an evil person around you. It's just a negative situation. You know, for some of you guys, you may resonate as it being evil or whatever. But what I mean by negative is just, it's not beneficial for your soul's growth. This really, you may have learned the lessons that you needed to learn. You don't need to repeat them again. This person may feel like you haven't learned lessons. But the thing of it is like some relationships just deserve to just go at it one time and then not go back, because it's just too toxic. It's just too hurtful. And, you know, if we're already vibrating at a lower vibration and this individual wants to come back towards us and we go and move back into this relationship, it just continues to create these really bad negative experiences and kind of digs further into the wounds that we already have. And so it's just best to release. And again, if it's meant to be, then it will be. It will come back and it will be more positive. But right now, I'm not really showing, like the energy to me isn't like, it's not showing really well, you know? It's like you're above this at this point, and it's time for you to let it go. What other messages would we like to provide Scorpio at this time frame? And we have seek here. Now's the time for you to get quiet, to really connect with yourself, and you may feel that you need to go to nature to get this. I feel like for some of you guys, it's like you're wanting a relationship that you've lost the perspective of really what has happened. I feel like you're focusing in on the good things. And I mean, granted, yes, that's great that you look at the good things, but if the bad things in the relationship outweigh the good, then this relationship no longer serves you. This card's really asking you, like I said, to take a step back, to really review over what it is that you want and sort of kind of rediscover yourself. It's really getting to know you. It's time to get to know you. Once you know and love yourself, you'll be able to like move forward. This could also talk about you retreating from your busy life, kind of taking some time out for yourself and just really meditating, really trying to grasp or gain an understanding of yourself and what it is that you want and what it is that you need in relationships. You know, this also, it's asking you to really think about what it is that you want and to open up your heart and your mind. Let's see, what other messages would we like to provide Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs regarding their ex? What other messages would we like to provide in regards to love and reconciliation for the beginning portion of December until the 15th? And pull one more. Spread your wings. This is about you at this time frame. This is about the opportunities that are beckoning for you to be aware of. Now's the time for you to heal, to release, to really truly find yourself in order for you to take flight. In order for you to get what it is that you deserve, what the universe is trying to pull you towards. All right, but we can't do that if we continue to keep harboring this negative experience and we don't release this individual from our lives or this situation from our lives. Let's consult with the romance angels for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs regarding reconciliation with their ex for the beginning portion of December from the 1st through the 15th. What love messages do we want to provide our dear friend Scorpio? All right, so stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So I feel like a lot of you guys are afraid to move on from the situation because you're afraid you're not going to find somebody like this individual, or that you're going to be alone for the rest of your life. We have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life right now. So, you know, finding yourself, releasing yourself It's finding you again and finding your wants and needs. It's going to take some time for you, but it's worth the time. It's worth waiting for somebody who is meant to be in your life. And again, divine timing is at work. So if it's truly meant to be, it will be, or something better will come towards you. There is no hope lost here. So, start looking at your glass half full instead of half empty. You have a wide range of opportunities available. It's about you getting out of that negative space and that negative thinking and anxiety and worry, and move towards unconditional love. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. I do feel like a lot of you guys are really wanting to push forward in this relationship, but trying to plan it, trying to figure out how to move towards it. Let it go. Again, if it's meant to be, it will, or the universe is going to bring you something so much better, so much more, something that you deserve. Okay? And you do deserve love, even though that's not a card that's come out just yet. You do deserve it. I feel like some of you guys punish yourselves for mistakes that you've made, or you take it upon yourself to punish yourself because the universe isn't working with you. There's something wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. Loving yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. This is definitely that temperance energy there. It really is about loving yourself. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. When you love yourself, you're allowing others to see you for you. You're allowing others to see, and the universe to see, how you want people to treat you, how you want to be loved. So if you don't love yourself, you're showing other people that they shouldn't love you, that you're not worthy, but you are. You so are, Scorpio. You are so deserving of everything. So get out of this funk, get out of this energy. Let's move towards new beginnings. Let's figure ourselves out. Let's give ourselves some self-love. Let's forget about our ex and trying to control the issues. Let's enjoy this moment and move forward. I know that it's easier said than done, but you've been in this energy for far too long. It's time for you to start taking charge of your life and start co-creating with the universe in regards to what it is you want. We got a new year beginning. It's time for you to start planting those seeds for what it is you want to bring in the new year. Leave out this ex. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. So I hope this reading really resonated and helped you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much for those of you who have booked appointments with me. If you're interested in a personal read, please follow the information in the description box. You can go ahead and book an appointment. Once you've created an appointment and once I've received payment, typically readings will take 1 to 2 business days, depending if I'm super swamped. It could change from 2 to 3 business days for just general readings. If you're looking for an emergency, it's either same day or next day, depending on what time I get it. I do work on the East Coast time, so obviously if you message me at 10 o'clock at night my time, I'm not going to be doing a reading until the following business day. All right, so that's that. I look forward to hearing from you guys. Again, please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you have a wonderful night. Love and light to you all.